The state of child welfare is broken. We have a system that is not meeting the needs of children and their parents. Even though we've had some significant progress in what the system is calling for, we still see gaps. We still see implementation that is not achieving the goal of ensuring the health and well-being of a child.
The Child Welfare Financing Initiative has been a project of looking at how the federal government works with states in funding the system that is designed to keep children safe when their families aren't able to do so.
Child welfare tends to be this issue that's sort of pushed off to the side. It's thought of as sort of a niche thing, sort of sad and tragic, a necessary evil, maybe the way that kids have to go through a system like that.
I've often said that the child welfare system needs the wisdom of Solomon because it is making a decision about whether the child should be removed from the home.
Almost 40% of the total number of kids in care right now are age 5 and under, and 20% of kids entering care every year are infants, so under 1 year old.
There's been a lot of efforts in past decades to provide money to states in all sorts of different ways with lots of different strings attached. And this group was brought together to try and figure out if there could be a better way.
We've had a huge divergence emerge between what we think funding goes to, which is actual things for specific children and families, and what it's actually going to, which is primarily the infrastructure of what states do.
What happens over years and years and years in different Congresses is you just get layers upon layers of different requirements. And so what may make sense in one instance for 1 year, when you put it all on paper and look at the 30, 40, 50 requirements, becomes a real thicket of regulations and rules the states have to manage. And the problem is it keeps them from really doing the job.
The last kind of major revision to child welfare was something called the Families First Initiative. It was bipartisan. And there was a belief we had too many children in institutions, and institutions can't raise children.
At the end of the day, what we're really talking about is financing community to actually take care of community. I think growing up in foster care, the state is your parent. And when I think about my own journey through the system, there were so many points where the lack of documenting something correctly in a case file was the thing that prevented me from seeing a sibling or knowing that there was actual family that was someone that I could have lived with.
We know, for example, that families who experience the child welfare system, and particularly kids who are removed and placed into the foster care system, are much more likely to re-experience foster care in the next generation. We also know that kids who age out of foster care are much more likely to experience homelessness, to experience the judicial system, to become parents early, to experience economic instability. These are huge issues that we talk about as a country as being hard and sometimes almost intractable.
This system was created to rescue and remove, and now what we see is a system whose laws and regulations have shifted. And if these shifts come, then you're talking about a system that can focus on truly a child being able to heal, develop, and be positioned to thrive.
Everybody, whether Republican or Democrat, wants strong families, wants to help children achieve their goals, achieve their God-given talents and opportunities. So I think that's why it's very important that child welfare legislation continues to be bipartisan.
We live in really polarized political times, and it's important that we maintain a sense of what the ideas are that can move the needle for kids and families who experience the child welfare system.
I want to see a federal child welfare policy system that matches the moment. Right now we have an outdated set of policies that were designed for another era and are not meeting the crises of this one.
It's time for us to have a comprehensive look, one that is looking at the second half of the 21st century into the 22nd century, one that recognizes the power of technology, that recognizes decades of experience that we have in the system, that recognize what the child welfare system can and cannot do, and to help us build new strategies, new solutions that are going to propel us and ultimately America's future as we're making investments in kids who are most at risk all across our country.